Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a design by Thread Mode Embroidery. These adorable little coin purses. Look how adorable they are. Really cute. So they just come down. They've got this lip to hold your coins in. Tilt it up. Even a little small version. They even have a smaller version than this that can fit in your 4x4 hoop. Look how cute. See the difference in size? I think this is the biggest size, and this is the smallest 5x7 size. So there's a 4x4 size that is a little smaller than this one. Alright, so let me show you what you need. You're going to need your 5x7 hoop. You're going to need 2 sheets of tearaway stabilizer because it is constructed in 2 hoopings. You're going to need your front and your back piece. I'm going to use this pretty stardust avocado color that is from My Punk Embroidery. I'm going to line the front with Olive Fun fabric, and I'm going to line the back with felt. So that's all you need for that. I'm going to put a snap on mine, so I'm going to use cam snap. So what you need for that is you need 2 button pieces, a male piece and a female piece. I'm going to put an eyelet on mine, right here. So what you need for the eyelet is the metal piece and then the little washer one. And these are 3/16, I think, size eyelets. And you're going to need the setter for the eyelet and the base to set it on. It's easier if you have an X-Acto knife to cut out the hole here. So I have my X-Acto knife. I have my cam snap setting tools. I have my hole punch. And I have a hammer and my scissors and the normal stuff that we're going to need. I have the design loaded into the machine, so let's head over there. Alright guys, here we are at the machine. I have the design loaded. See how quick it takes. Just 2 minutes for the first hooping and even less than that for the first hooping. So what I'm going to do first is run the placement stitches right on the tearaway stabilizer. Alright, there's the placement lines for the inside part. Step number 2 is going to tack all the layers together. So what we have to do is take it off of our hoop, take it out the machine, flip it over to the back, lay your Olive Fun over all the placement lines, and tape it in place. Just like that. Put it back on the machine. Take a peek under there and make sure everything is laying like you want it. And it is. Take a piece of leather, vinyl, non-frame material, whatever it is you're using. I'm using vinyl. And make sure all the placement lines are covered. So make sure you've covered all the placement lines with your material. And run step number 2. Alrighty, there it is. Everything's tacked down. So now what it's going to do is it's going to put our little pocket hole here. Step number 3, it's going to do like a triple bean stitch around the pocket hole, and it's going to give us a line that we're going to cut on. So I'm going to run that. Alright, here we are. See, it did the triple bean stitch, and then on the inside it did a line that we're going to cut between. So now it's going to do that itty bitty little dot, and that's going to be the placement line or placement dot for where we're going to put the snap. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our X-Acto knife and we're going to cut right between these lines. You don't want to hit the triple bean stitch, but you want to cut right in that border, right between the two lines. Okay, so I'm going to do that. You don't have to press down very hard. You just have to have a pretty sharp blade. Alright, so now we can cut our little stragglers off with the scissor. Be free! There you go. And then you can come in here and trim up all these little fray edges. You can take a lighter to them easily and very quickly and burn them off. I'm just going to trim mine off like that. So your hole is completely out. Now you can free this from the hoop. Tear off your stabilizer. And take your scissors and cut out around this line. Don't cut the line, but you want to cut very close to it. So you want to cut about this close to it. Let's see if I can zoom you in on it. See, I'm right on that line all the way around. Alright guys, I got mine all the way cut out. Close as I could get to that line without going without cutting it. I have my next hoop ready, so let's head back to the machine. Alright guys, here we are back at the machine. This is the back design, 3 minutes. So this one's going to go pretty quickly. I got one sheet of tearaway stabilizer hooped in my 5x7 hoop. I'm going to run the placement lines. Alright guys, there's the placement lines. Turn your hoop over to the back, and I taped my piece of felt over it, making sure I covered up all of the lines, all of the placement lines. Everything's nice and flat, and I've got it taped on. Put it back on the machine. Take your piece of vinyl, leather, felt, whatever you're using. Make sure you cover up all the placement lines. Everything's covered up good. And run step number 2. Alright guys, here's the front of our hoop. Everything has been tacked down. I went ahead and flipped my hoop over. And what I did was I taped the first hooping piece, lining up all the stitching. Like this stitch line is right on top of that stitch line, all the way around, and I taped it in place. So I'm going to turn it over, put it back on the machine, take a peek up under here and make sure nothing moved. Everything looks good. So now I'm going to run step number 3. Alright here guys, we are down to the last step. So it just did this triple bean stitch right on the inside all the way around. So the very last step is this teeny little dot, and that's going to show you where to put the rivet. Alright guys, this is what the front of our hoop looks like. That's what the back of the hoop looks like. I went ahead and removed all the tape and trimmed all the threads. So now we can free this from the hoop. and remove all the tearaway stabilizer. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right between these two lines. Actually going to cut kind of close to that triple bean stitch, but I'm going to make it kind of level all the way around. Okay? So I'm going to cut it out. Alright guys, so this is what it is. So that's it trimmed. That's how close I got. All the way around. Alright, so now what you need to do is take your dowel or auger or whatever, the sharp point that come with your cam snap. You're going to add your cam snap set pliers and your four pieces to your cam snap. So on this one you want to make sure that you don't go all the way through the back. Okay, so you just want to go right here where this hole is, where that mark is, and put a hole right through there. So kind of come up between the layers of it here. Take your button part of your cam snap, and you want the flat end on the inside, and the point needs to go through your hole like this. Okay? So then you're going to take your female end, put it on, or drop it in the floor. So put it on the end. Take your setting pliers. Your button part goes towards the black part. The female part goes towards the rubber part. So this is what I'm saying on the other one, on this little small one. It might be a little easier if you use thinner leather, vinyl, whatever you're using. And then just squeeze it hard and set that snap in. Just like that. Not hard at all. I'm going to cut this thread 3 times. It just keeps growing. So it's really easy. Just like that. So then what we're going to do is fold it in half. Make sure that all the edges line up. Kind of crease it some. I'm going to take my Fix-On pen, and I'm going to make a mark where the other one needs to be at, where the center of this comes out. I'm going to put the center of that on. Put a little dot right there. Now this time we're going to go through the front and the back, all the way through on that dot that you just made. All the way through. You want your button piece with the flat side on the back, the part that doesn't have the hole, and push it through all the layers. There we go. I got her in there now. So you've got, push it through all the layers, and you've got a point sticking up here. Put your male part on that. Like that. Again, put the button part towards the black cap. The male part towards the rubber part. Put it in there. Making sure everything's centered. Everything's like you want it. and squeeze it. Oh, there we go. We have our snaps on. Snap them together. Beautiful. Now let's put our eyelet in. To do the eyelet, I'm going to use this hole punch. I don't know that it has a name. It's just a hole punch. And so I'm going to put a hole right where that dot, where it sewed that dot for us. So get it in here, line it up. Squeeze. And there's our hole. Okay. Let's do it again. Put it in here. Line it up. Squeeze. There we go. Now we have a hole there. So this is going to be the front of our coin purse. So you want the top of the eyelet, like the colored part, sticking up. And you're going to do the same thing that you did with the snap and just kind of push it down around it. You can use your fingernail, but that thing's a little sharp. And just push it down around this eyelet. Maybe a little thick. May have to go up a size. Let's see if we can't go a little bigger with our hole. See if that made a difference. Alright, see, we've got our middle sticking out the back. So you're going to take this piece here from the front and lay it down. Take your washer piece, put it on top. Yeah, you know, put it on top. Make sure it's around that eyelet good. The one with the hole in it, take the hole, go down the middle part, and give it a couple of good whacks. There you go. Alright, so now what you can do is you can take a piece of ball chain. This one for some reason doesn't have a buckle on it. Maybe there's a loose buckle laying around in here. There we go. So take your ball chain, stick it through the hole. You can cut this if it's too long for you. Stick it through the hole and pull it tight. So there's our little coin purse. Let's put some coins in there. Nothing falls out. I love them. They're super cute. I think this would be really cute if you took this to your embroidery software and maybe put a name. My name happens to be Tabitha. People call me Tab. So maybe Tab put on there, or a pretty butterfly, or you know, flower, hummingbird, whatever it is you like, I think would be very pretty on this. So then there's your change. Choose what you want, pay for it, close it back up. These are really cute. I really like these guys. I really, really like these. I think they're really, really cute. Look! There you go. Alright, there we go. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a great big thumbs up. While you're down there, please hit the subscribe button. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.